G'day guys, Jonesy here, on location, beautiful sunny coast. I'm here to talk about nose riding. Consistently get asked about nose riding. How do you do it? What board do you use? What fins do you use? How do you set it up? Etc, etc. So today, you all know I love the camera. Today we're going to do it. I'm going to go through some step-by-steps and hopefully you'll be able to get your toes on the nose. Alrighty guys, what we need to talk about, the most important thing about nose riding is having the right equipment under your feet. So firstly, it's a full myth that because we ride such massive big boards, it's easier. It's actually not. It's way easier to ride a longboard than it is to ride one of these big tankers. Why? Is because they've got so much volume, and volume is actually not good for nose riding. It sits on top of the water, doesn't sink in, the water doesn't promote to wrap around, and then boom, you're up on the nose, you're gone. So basically what I feel is that you need a board as skinny as you possibly can, so probably like the 25, 26, 26 and a half inches wide, and the less volume that you could handle. So for me, I like a board about the 110 litres, and I'm about 100, well not 100 kilos, no, I'm about 80 kilos. So that's my perfect match. So you can work that one out yourself. The other thing that we want to do is we want to have as flat a rocker as we can. We don't want it like an ironing board like the logs, but we want it to be pretty flat, and that promotes a good nose riding as well. The other one with too, is I see it all the time, is your fins. So people ride, for some bizarre reason, people ride two smaller fins in their longboard, in their 10-footer. Realistically, if you want it, yeah, I mean, it's going to be really slippery, slidey, you're going to get this amazing feel, but what you're going to do with a thruster setup, you're going to get to the nose, boom, you're going to go into a dogman helicopter to splat, and that's not what we want. We want to do a big, nice, long nose ride, and the way to do that is to get this back fin the biggest you can handle, right? If you can handle a 10-incher, 12-incher, that's what you want, but then it's going to be pretty loggy style. So really you want, this is probably like a 7, it's got a fair bit of rake, this one, but this is kind of the setup that I use. So this fin is the key, the biggest you can handle, but still have that nice feel. Alright guys, so the most important thing is walking. So we need to get from this end to that end. And I see so much is stomping, boom, boom, boom. And what that does is called rail disturbance, and kind of just jerks the board around, and it's just going to be messy and you're going to pretty much fall off. And that's pretty much why we don't shuffle, right? We need to walk as smooth as we possibly can, and the best way to do that is cross-stepping. And it's not because it looks good, it's just because you can get really nice rhythm and really nice flow, and you can get to that nose, right? And the best way to do that is to practice. So we can, like I'm practicing now, you can get a little log, you can get a piece of timber, and you can walk up and down, just to get practicing. The other one too is when you're supping, you often see me and I'm kind of mucking around with cross steps, and I'm kind of doing that, and it's all about just training your brain to be able to surf crossed, okay? So even if you can just kind of like, even just do one step and come back and surf the wave, you're just going to be practicing. So basically what we need to do, so you'll be back here, you'll be surfing the wave, you'll be setting it up, and then it's just 1, 2, 3, and bang, you're on the nose. Okay, and you need to practice that rhythm, and whatever it is. On a 9-footer, you might be able to chuck out a step. On a 10-footer, you might need to put an extra step. Sometimes the wave can dictate that you can really launch into it. Other times you might have to do some little cross steps. Okay, so that's your rhythm. But just practice that cross stepping and getting up to the nose. Alrighty guys, so we talked about the cross stepping, now we're talking about getting up to the nose. So, you've all probably heard about the old cheetah 5. The reason why we call it the cheetah 5 is, yeah, you're cheetering, you're getting your weight back as far as you can. But that's what we need to do. Even if we go and do a proper 5, right, we still want to get our weight back. If you've seen me, I kind of try to get as much weight as I can back. If you're doing a soul arch, same thing, we're getting our weight back. I see a lot of the times, I see guys stepping about here. If you can step here, mate, you're only a couple of inches away. Get your foot up. I actually tend to kind of like try to wrap my toes around the board. Gives me a great stability. So get your feet up on those toes on the nose. The other one too is that we're in our cheetah 5 position. Don't hang there. You know, get up there, feel what it's like, 1 or 2 seconds, and come back. Okay? I see guys kind of like going, whoa, look at this, and then boom. You're not teaching yourself to get it up there and to get back. Alright? And quickly, very quickly with the tenny, it's pretty basic. Well, it's not basic, it's bloody hard, but basically all it is just a step in. You step in, you step back. Right, you step up, 1, 2, 3, big glory 10, and you come back into your cross steps. So guys, that's pretty much it. Alright guys, so we've talked about a few things. Now, this is the hardest bit, and I've been trying to think about how I can explain it, and it's really difficult. So you've really just got to be able to practice, practice, practice. But basically, the setup. The setup is the hardest thing of the lot, and it's the most crucial thing of the lot. And what all I can say is, right, so we've got to get a wave that's conducive to nose riding. So you want a wave that's obviously not too steep and not too fat. You want that nice little crumbly wave that's hopefully got a nice little wall on it. So do your bottom hand turn, get nice and high up into the wave, and see that section. You've got to be able to see that little section, and you want it to be flat, but you also want it to know that it's going to dip up on you, and that's the one that you want. The hardest thing about it though is you're kind of getting up high on the wave, and then this is the secret, and especially with these big boards, is you want to be facing the board to the beach a little bit, right? We actually can't, with these boards, we can't actually go along the wave like the really good logger dudes. These boards just won't let you do it. So you actually have to turn to the beach a little bit, then get up onto the nose. You're kind of going towards the beach, do your 5, 1, 2, 3, whatever it is, and then before the wave kind of steps out on you, you got to get back. Do your bottom hand turn, and then you can set your wave up again.